What's going on, everybody? Steelers Nation, let's ride. I've been preparing for that all day. All day. Russell Wilson, my boy. I love him.
Yeah.
Fucking love him.
Yeah. You conveniently left out how we also got Justin Fields. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wild.
but then other news that I read said, we're going to sign Russ to a long-term deal. And I was like, go ahead with that one.
That's not
Have
true.
fun.
That's
I hope
just
not.
people speculating and pontificating because they want to be right. But no.
I wouldn't. More power to him if they do, but
man, Russ is going to start the season as the starter. And we'll see how that goes. But Justin Fields is waiting in the wings. So
that's what I think.
He's the future. And I'm actually excited now. I don't have a baby hand quarterback that can't throw touchdowns. So
Kenny's very upset.
He's a crybaby.
He's very upset.
Pretty entitled for a guy that hasn't done shit in 2 years to think that the job was just his. All right, go off.
And now he's the backup to Jalen Hurts, right?
Yep.
Which
Never
makes
gonna
no
start again
sense.
in the NFL, career backup.
Makes no sense. But we're not here to talk about that. We're not, even though we are wearing football shirts, we're not here to talk about that. It is the month of March. It was just St. Patrick's Day. Went into this episode wanting to talk about movies that we're thankful for and we're lucky to exist. But we're going to talk about some news because obviously a lot of horror news has dropped. I haven't had the chance to come on here and really talk about it that much. Nick has, obviously, because he's always up on the news. I'm not so much. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about that stuff tonight. Obviously, I want to talk about the Halloween TV show possibilities a little bit. I wanted to talk about the Scream 7 updates. And obviously, the Crow 2024 trailer dropped. A lot of buzz about that as well, good and bad, from what I'm hearing. So, being the Halloween guys that we are, I figured, we'll talk about that first. We'll talk about what we think about the Miramax going to television with the Halloween franchise, going back to 78. What do you think about that, bud? What are you looking forward to? What do you want to see from a Halloween television show?
Well, I'm not convinced that I want to see a Halloween television show.
Whoa.
Not opposed to it. I guess it's just it wouldn't be my preferred route. Having said that, I don't know, man. The press release didn't fill me with like warm, fuzzy feelings because they talked about how they were going to go back, building off of the original movie, and in doing so, my mind goes to, oh God, we're not going to rehash the Laurie Strode storyline, are we? We're not going to do all that, are we? I think we are. I think you're going to get like recasted Loomis, and I don't understand why that is. Like, I don't understand why that's Miramax's like first thought. It's like, let's do this. Let's continue from the original Halloween in the TV series, even though we just got out of a trilogy that continued from the original Halloween. It just sounds like, oh, I'm gonna watch it. You're gonna watch it. I'm sure.
Of course.
Like it, it is what it is, but it does not at all make me excited. Like, it's not at all something that I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this. Nah, I'll watch it because I will, but I'm not. I don't know, man. I don't know why we can't just. I don't know. Why can't we tread new water here? Why can't we break a new ground? Why do we have to do the same shit? That's
over and over and over. Because they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna go back to Laurie one way or another. She's gonna be brought up. They're gonna mention her. They're gonna talk about her, whether she's in the show or not. Obviously, I kind of hope they focus on Loomis, but I don't know how they're gonna go about it because us as fans are very, judgmental, and who they get to portray Loomis is going to be a big deal. And, no matter if they do pick the best possible person, half the fan base is gonna love it. The other half the fan base is gonna hate it. So it's just a lose situation regardless. Like you said, we're gonna be there regardless, watching it, reviewing the episodes, whatever. But I mean, I'm not like jumping for joy, over the moon excited to go back to the original again for the millionth time.
Yeah, it's just I just don't understand this, and it seems like this is like the new thing in horror right now. Like it's the trend. It's the requel trend type thing where it's like, let's build off of the first movie, or let's build off of like one specific storyline that people really gravitated towards, and let's kind of milk that cow for all that it's worth. And
Yeah.
I just like, for me, is Halloween really so attached to 1978 and Laurie Strode and Dr. Loomis that it can't do different things? As a diehard Halloween fan, I'd say no. I'd say absolutely not. I don't think you need to do that. Now I know there are more casual fans out there that disagree, that they think, yes, that's what I care about, that's what I want to see, and so maybe they're placating to those people because they're probably the larger audience share. If we're being honest, it's not really the hardcore fans; it's the casual, viewers that they want to bring in. But I don't know. I just don't know why we can't again break new ground. Do something different, do something new, just something with some ingenuity. I don't know. It's just not exciting for me. It's just not. And also, man, I got to be honest with you. Even as a Halloween guy, I don't give a shit about Halloween right now. I really don't. I'm kind of Halloweened out. I was fine after Ends with it taking a break for a little bit. I was more than fine with that. I really want to see Freddy and Jason come back. That's what I want to see. I want to see Freddy come back more than anything. There's this hollowed out, my soul is hollowed out, missing Freddy. And I want some Freddy.
I can't say that I do because I'm not really that into it, but I get where people who love Freddy want it because we've had Jason. Well, not recently, but more recent. Not even more recent. It was actually
a year before.
But
yeah,
but soon, obviously, we're going to have
really,
Jason.
Matt, it's really just because everybody's just like, okay, we've had enough Michael Myers. Like,
it's just hope
let Michael Myers take a break for a little bit and bring one of the other guys back.
Yeah, they're never gonna let that happen. Obviously, just over and over and over. I mean, like you said, we love Halloween. I love Michael, but after Halloween Ends, I was kind of just like, I didn't think I'd get to the point where I just need a break. I don't really care about Halloween right now. I don't. If it comes out, great. I'll go watch it. I mean, I'll be, I guess, excited. I guess, depending what it is. But I just don't want it right now. I'd rather have Friday the 13th or something else, anything else, really. Another franchise that we love come back. But, they're going to milk the cow as long as they can until it doesn't pop out $100 million. So I don't know when that's going to be.
Well, I can tell you right now, in my opinion, I think that them moving so quickly for a new Halloween project, I don't think it's going to go well for them. I think that a lot of casual moviegoers were kind of like, what the hell with Halloween Ends? And I think a lot of, also at the same time, a lot of people were like, okay, that's, the end, at least for a while. I think coming back a couple years later with the TV show, no less, I don't think a lot of people are going to care. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that Miramax is getting a little ahead of their skis. And I could absolutely seeing this be something that gets really low ratings and viewership, and like not a lot of people care about it. And they might just abandon it altogether after like a season, and then be like, "Oh, we're making a new movie, we're making a new trilogy." Like, I just don't think the timing's right for it. I really don't.
Exactly. Your point, though, if the TV show fails, they're just gonna jump straight into a movie to recoup any money that was lost, any interest in the franchise that is still there, they're gonna want to fucking bring it back as quick as possible with a movie to put butts in the seats. So yeah,
you can bet no matter what happens with this series, you can bet that in 4 years we'll have another movie for the 50th anniversary.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, what that movie will be, I have no idea, but you can bet your bottom dollar that's coming.
H50, another battle of Michael versus Lori.
Yeah,
don't know how that's gonna work, but
it ain't gonna be Lori. I can tell you that.
I
At least
hope
not
not.
Jamie Lee Curtis's Lori. She is she's out.
Done.
She done.
You think they're just trying to compete with Chris? Oh shit, Jason's going to fucking TV. We better hurry up and catch up. We better put out a TV show. No,
I don't think they're trying to compete with Crystal Lake. I think they're trying to compete with just the way they think the market is going right now, which is like, oh, everybody's doing series. Like everybody's like that's what we're doing. Everybody's going and doing series. They want to build universes, and while to an extent that's true, I mean, I guess it's kind of true, but like, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like the allure for that has washed away very quickly. I don't think a lot of people really give much of a shit about that at this point, as they think they do. Again, though, I'm never going to claim that Miramax has good business sense, because if Miramax had good business sense, they'd be a far larger, more successful company than they are. They've had their hands on some good properties over the years, and they've fumbled the bag pretty much consistently. I didn't think Miramax was the right home for Halloween in the first place. I just didn't. I didn't think that it should have gone back to Miramax, and I was kind of bummed. I wanted to see somebody new. That's why I was a big proponent on the A24 train of like, even though I'm not in love with A24, because I'm not. I'm actually very critical of some of their movies. I think Talk to Me is overrated as shit.
Really?
It was fine. I think it was fine, but it was completely overrated.
I love it.
The talk of, the horror movie of the year, it's so scary. No, it's not at all. And then, like I've talked many times, Midsummer, I think, is just pretentious douchebaggery.
Oh, it's
yeah, I loved Hereditary. And then I think Ari Aster was just kind of pretentious with Midsummer. I don't know. So like I had my issues with A24, but they've got some bangers. Like, you can't deny it. And at the very least, A24, is going to think a little bit outside of the box, not really stick to the status quo. And I felt like that was something that could really benefit Halloween. But Miramax came in at the 11th hour with a better offer, and they got the rights. And, I know we're all hoping for the best, but I'm not exactly hopeful.
We'll see. I don't know. Like you said, we'll be there regardless. Either way, sucks.
Unfortunately,
we'll be there. It's good. We'll be there. Won't be better than Halloween Ends, probably. But what are you gonna do?
No,
they all can't be that good. Just saying. Somebody said they're excited to see the I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel. Is that still happening? I mean, I know they're in talks, and I know it's in development.
Yeah, that's all the Jennifer Love Hewitt. She like 2 or 3 days ago, she was asked about it, and she said, "I can't confirm, but I will not deny." And then she smiled. So,
okay,
it's definitely, it's definitely something that I do think is coming. I think that's an inevitability. And I was actually talking to Christian about that yesterday, and I was like, "Man, I got to tell you, I don't care." I don't know. It's weird.
I was thinking kind of the same thing. I was like, who really?
I think I Know What You Did Last Summer worked really well for the time it came out. I just don't know if anybody would care nowadays. I just don't know if that type of movie translates super well to modern times. And some people might make the argument, well, Scream came back and Scream did really well. Yeah, but Scream is different. They came out around the same time, but they're different movies. And although Scream at the time was definitely a product of its time, I would argue that it actually was less a product of its time than I Know What You Did Last Summer, because Scream's whole shtick was always being one step ahead, being very meta, being very self-aware, and almost like predicting things that were going to happen with horror movies and horror fans and the genre as a whole. Like, Scream was always very savvy. I Know What You Did Last Summer is really just kind of a straight up 90s slasher. There's not a lot of there's not an insane amount of meat on the bone there. So I know that a lot of people are like, oh yeah, give me more Jennifer Love Hewitt. Totally agree. She's great. And Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah, that I'm all for that too. Don't get me wrong. I just think that I don't know, man. It's one of those things that I'd be fine if that just stayed in the 90s. Really, I would. Yeah.
Is it like is it picking up after the first one or the second one?
I think it was going to be the first one. Again, the requel treatment.
Which really, I guess. Never mind. Yeah, you're right, because they fucking killed him in the second one, so it would have to be the first one. Never mind.
Yeah, but even if they hadn't killed him, I still think they probably would have only gone after the first one, because that's, like I said, that's all the rage now. That's the rage. It's like the rage.
The rage inside.
I think it's just like, hey man, that first one, everybody loves that first one. Let's just build off that first one. And that's what they do with all these movies. And quite frankly, some of you guys might go like, oh, Nick, you sound like an angry old man yelling at a cloud. I guess in some ways I might sound like that, and I'll admit part of it is that I am kind of salty that Freddie and Jason are still gone. Yet we're getting requels to movies that I just don't really need to see anything else from. You know what I mean? Like, I just, you know what I mean? Like,
it's
so
fine.
We don't get Freddie. We don't get Jason. We can't have a Child's Play 2019 sequel because Don Mancini wanted to make the TV series that is just, no thanks. The things I want to see, we're not seeing. But we get shit that nobody asked for. Cool. When is the Prom Night requel? When are we getting that? Because everybody's really just, they're really just excited for that. I'm kidding, but like,
I was like, we are?
No, it feels like we're in that kind of time though, where we're just going to get shit that nobody's asking for. And that's not to say that I Know What You Did Last Summer won't do well, because I'm sure it will do well for what it is. But
yeah,
I'm good, man. Give me Freddie. Give me Freddie, you bastards. Give me Freddie or give me death. That's American right there.
American. I mean, like I said, I'm not a Nightmare guy, but I mean, if they put out a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie, I'm gonna go see it. I'm not against him. It's just that he's not one of my favorites. Like,
I'm not a huge Jason guy. I'll still be there day one, because there's some Friday the 13th movies I really love. So
we're gonna go. Yeah, like Gavin said right here. He said a Tourist Trap remake. Yeah, they're making a Tourist Trap remake.
Like, who the fuck cares?
I like the original, but who's sitting in the fucking meetings of these studios and is like, what about Tourist Trap? And they're like, fucking hell yeah.
Yeah, well, you know exactly what it is. It's that these things are cheaper. These rights issues are less complicated. So let's do that. We only got to put like $5-10 million into it, and we can make our money back. We don't have to, argue about rights issues and stuff like that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And it's just like, I want off this planet.
We can use some gimmicks and shit. This will work. Real cheap.
Yeah.
They're like, does anybody even know about that movie? And they're like, no. Does anybody have the rights to that movie? Probably not. Fucking let's do it. Tourist Trap it is.
The path of least resistance. That's what a lot of these studios are going for right now. The path of least resistance. And cool, I guess, whatever. But let's not pretend like we're in some... I say it in videos all the time. We're in a horror boom right now. We absolutely are. But let's not pretend that we're in a horror boom of quality. We're in a horror boom of quantity. And that's good in the sense that horror is front and center. Horror is doing well at the box office, and I want that to happen. But, I mean, Matt, ask yourself, like, how many horror films at the end of a year are you looking back on and going, that was incredible. That was incredible. Not many. Like, you look back and you go, that was pretty good. That was okay. That was pretty good. But we're not looking back and going, oh, my God, you remember that movie? man, that movie. At least not like widely released like American movies.
Yeah.
You're getting some foreign movies, Where Evil Lurks and stuff like that, where or When Evil Lurks, can't remember what it was called exactly, but that, that's a Spanish film, and it caught a lot of people by surprise, and a lot of people talked about that movie, but that ain't, a Hollywood widely released film. It's just, I just feel like right now we're pumping out shit or okay shit, but we're not really, I don't know, like Imaginary came out. I had no interest in seeing that movie. None. Absolutely no interest. And everybody that I talked to that saw it either said it was or it was bad. Now, Thursday, I am seeing Late Night with the Devil, and I'm actually looking forward to that because I really like David Desmalchian. So, looking forward, and I'll do a review on my channel for that. But yeah, man, it's just weird times we're living in. Weird times.
No clue what that even is. So,
Late Night with the Devil. Watch the trailer. Watch the trailer. It's an interesting vibe. It's an exorcism movie, but it's got a different tone to it. It's not like The Conjuring. I don't know. It looks really, really interesting, and the marketing for it, like the poster, is very like 70s. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I think that movie could be a movie that really surprises some people this year. I really think so.
Did you see Imaginary or no?
No, I had no interest. Absolutely none.
I didn't either. My wife wants to see it. I said, pretty much everybody I've known seen it said it was trash. She's like, I don't care what they say. I was like, okay, I guess we can watch it.
Best I heard was that it was That was the best I heard. Oh,
like my kids might like it, but
let me go rush out and spend $30 to go see Nah.
Nah, she wants to see Night Swim. I was like, we can wait till that's like $1.99 to rent.
Ooh, buddy, that one is about as mid gets.
Yeah. I was gonna go to the theater too. I'm glad I didn't. There's just nothing coming out I want to see except, Kong and Godzilla comes out soon. I want to see that. So that's a different story.
Next week, brother, I'll be there.
That's a different story. I'm gonna try to go see that one because it's Godzilla and Kong. I mean, what do you want? Yeah, you're right. Blumhouse needs to take a break, but they're never gonna take a break because they make money. So they don't know what that means.
Yeah. And Christian and I did an episode of UNITA where we went through every Blumhouse film and whether we gave it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and more of them got thumbs up than thumbs down. The narrative that Blumhouse is not a good horror production company, I think, is false. I do think they have more good movies than bad movies, in my opinion. However, a lot of their quote unquote bad movies are either really bad or it's just uninspired shit that you just walk away from feeling like hollow and empty. So for every one they come out with that you're like, oh, damn, okay. They've got another one that's just like, why? Why does this exist? Why? So I think that's why they have the reputation that they do. But they're actually a pretty solid studio. They really are. Going down the list of their movies, Christian and I were surprised. We were like, they got some pretty damn good ones. They've also got some pretty damn bad ones. So,
hey, at least they're making movies. What do you want from them? Okay, somebody got to make horror movies, and they're just the ones that are doing it, I guess.
Yeah, it ain't New Line Cinema.
No, it's not. Okay, but there was also some other horror news, which is a lot better for most people.
Blu-ray brings up one in the chat that we're going to talk about if you just want to get to that one.
What do you say?
Are you guys going to be watching The New Crow in theaters? I'll just tell you this, and then Matt, you can give your piece on it, because I know a lot of people they have their opinions one way or another a lot about The Crow. Never been somebody that was in love with the original movie. I like it. It's but there's a lot of people that have a really, really serious attachment to that movie. I'm not one of those people. I don't. It's just, it's fine. Obviously, I think part of that has to do with the Brandon Lee thing. Having said that, I had no interest in this new movie, even though I love Bill Skarsgård, because I've never loved the original. So I was just like, I don't care, whatever. And then I saw the trailer, and it helped that they put Post Malone in the trailer because I like Post Malone, and it just looked like, the way I was putting it to people, emo John Wick. And I don't know about you, but I just think it looks fun. Like, I think it looks like it's going to be bloody. It's going to be badass. It's going to have a lot of action. I'm not going to watch it with the original Crow blinders on. I'm going to go into it for its own thing, and I think I'm going to have fun with it. So yeah, I'll be seeing it in theaters.
Okay. Like you, I had no attachment to the original Crow because I just watched it for the first time about a month ago. So, I actually really liked it. It was good. Kind of mad I didn't watch it a little bit sooner. It's a pretty good movie. Brandon Lee was great, obviously. Saw the pictures from the new one. Didn't really bother me that much because, like I said, had no attachment to the original. So I was like, well, whatever, it's fine. I don't really get to go to the movies that often, so I didn't really know if I was going to go see it anyway. Trailer. The first time I watched the trailer, I was like, it's fine. Then I kept watching it, and I was like, this looks really good. I want to see this. And like you said, they played the Aussie at the beginning of the trailer, then it transitioned more into the Post Malone shit. And then I was like, I kind of like this. I kind of like this a lot, actually. And his douchebag haircut.
The best part of that trailer, my two favorite parts of the trailer are when he's talking about, you don't know like what kind of hell or some shit, and he's like, I do, and like it's this like close up on his face, and I was like, oh fuck yeah. And then I also love the very end of the trailer where the voice says, how many people have you loved? And then it's just him walking through a tunnel with the fucking crow flying over him, and it's got that like one part of the song that says like, you'll never be alone, and then like the crow comes up on screen. I was like, oh fuck yeah, this is gonna be sick. Like I know I'm in the minority. Like I know there's either people that are like or no thanks, and I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah, a lot of people have been complaining. It's fine, remake the Crow, but don't name him Eric Draven. Like I said, I'm not really attached that much, so I don't really know that much about it. So it doesn't really offend me like it offends others. It just looks like a movie. It looks like an action movie. I don't know. Like you said, an emo action movie that looks good. The only thing I really didn't like was the girl's accent. It was kind of hard for me to understand what she was saying.
Twigs. Yeah, I don't even know who she is.
Either do I. She was like talking, and I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I'm gonna be honest. Something about you're my person, and I was like, what? I understand you, Bill Skarsgård, but not her.
Yeah, she said something about how it feels like you're my person. And,
yeah, but it was like her accent's like really strong. And
the thing about it for me too is like the cinematography looks really, really good. It looks like it's going to be, even if someone walks away and they're like, I did not care for that movie, it looks like it's going to be really pretty to look at. Like it's going to be a visually appealing movie. And that does a lot for me. I can walk away from a movie and not really care about the movie, but go, but man, was that nice to look at, and the action was kinetic. Like maybe you don't fuck with the story, like who knows, but it looks like the creative team behind it is at least making a movie that they think is going to play well on the big screen. And so I'm excited to see it, even if just for that, but also because Matt, have you just seen the first Crow?
Yeah, I've only seen the first one.
Okay. Let's not pretend like any of the other movies are worth a damn. You know what I mean? Like I get everybody having an attachment to the original, and that's fine. But this is probably already going to be the second best Crow movie. So like, at least it's got that going for it. Yeah.
How many is there anyway?
Pretty sure there's 3. If I'm not mistaken, City of Angels. And then there's a third one that.
The one with Robert Furlong or Edward Furlong?
I think so. Yeah. Somebody in the chat, tell us what the name of that one is. I saw that movie one time, and it was shit. Hey, I mean, shitty.
That's what I hear.
Oh, there's 4.
What?
Holy shit.
4.
Oh my God.
Davey Deathray, you beautiful human. Matt and Nick together equals YouTube gold. You sexy son of a bitch.
Okay, City of Angels. City of Angels is The Crow Salvation. Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh.
And Wicked Prayer. Yeah, they suck.
So they all suck, except for I think City of Angels was half
City
decent.
of Angels, I wouldn't even say City of Angels is good because it's not. I would say
No?
City of Angels is like after you watch, I don't know, after you watch like 3 and 4, you probably go back to City of Angels and be like, you know what? Maybe I was a little hard on this movie, but it's still not good.
Damn, I kind of want to fucking watch the trailer again. It's fucking good.
Dude, I've been watching it like every day.
I'll fucking watch it right now on this stream. I don't give a shit.
Now we'll piss people off. It's like, turn this shit off. Back in my day.
I just want to hear get some Post Malone. Post Malone
Yeah,
up in here.
well, then you don't want to get this video marked, fucking taken down.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I am.
I definitely. I want to. What? When does it come out? I'm not even sure.
June 7th.
Okay, so that'll be at the fucking drive-ins probably. I could probably see it. I always say I'm gonna go to the drive-ins, and I never fucking do. It's like the easiest place to go because my kids can just do whatever they want in the car.
Asleep.
They don't fucking sleep. They never sleep. I got to give them medication to go to sleep because they don't go to sleep.
But I mean, in other news, Alien Romulus trailer is dropping tomorrow. Beetlejuice trailer is dropping tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, we got 2 trailers coming tomorrow, both of which are, I would say, pretty hotly anticipated movies. I was talking to a buddy about this the other day. I, like most cinephiles, love Beetlejuice. It was a big part of my childhood. Just don't understand waiting like 30 years to make a sequel thing. What? Are we out of ideas in Hollywood?
They went. They pulled up the filmography from fucking 1985 or whatever. It was like, what came out way back then? What?
Yeah, and like it's Burton, and it's Winona, and it's Michael Keaton. So like everybody's back. So I have no reason to doubt that it's going to be good. I'm sure it's going to be good. And I'll go see it for sure. I guess for me, I'm just like, man, I don't know.
30.
It's just, yeah.
Is it? I mean, I might be in the minority here. Am I a bad person because I don't like Beetlejuice?
Yes, you are.
Okay. All right. I don't like Beetlejuice, everyone. I don't know what it is. Creeps me out. Never been a fan.
It creeps you out?
I don't know what it is. Me and my wife will not watch that movie. I don't know why. No, I won't watch it. I've seen it. I'm not a fan. Hey, Court, thank you. He gifted a channel membership. Thanks, Court. You're the man. 2 days in a row, buddy. Appreciate you. Gauze Hersum says you fellas seen Kill List.
No.
And Have Cheetah Will View says Kill List is fire. Kill List. What is Kill List? I don't even know what Kill List is.
Never seen it. I'm on my kick right now. I actually did it a little bit earlier than I normally do. I have been going through and rewatching all the Transformers movies. I usually do that every summer because it's just a summertime thing for me because they all came out in summertime. So, and I saw them all in theaters. So, summertime comes and I'm like, all right, time to watch all the Transformers movies. But I've been doing it the past couple days. And
I saw you.
Yeah, having fun. I love all those movies. To varying degrees. I mean, they all vary in quality for sure. Some are better than others, but I think that every single one of them has its merit and is fun. So
I would watch them, but they're extremely long, and I don't have.
What she said.
Yes, I don't have the time. Aren't they like 2.5 hours each, pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much all of them are. Bumblebee is only like 2 hours.
I just saw that one for the first time about a year ago.
The newest one, Rise of the Beast, is like it's just a tick over 2 hours. Those are the shorter ones. Age of Extinction is almost 3 hours. But that one's my favorite.
Blu-ray says the only two Transformers movies I hate are the two Mark Wahlberg ones.
Hey, the fourth one is my favorite Transformers movie.
Those are the two I don't like either. So I don't know. I like Mark Wahlberg, but I don't like those movies. I don't know what it is. John Cena's in Bumblebee, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the human bad guy until the end, and then he's not the bad guy anymore.
Nope, because he says you can't see me, and then that's the end of the movie. No, I'm just kidding. That didn't happen. Didn't happen. No, they're good. I remember. I remember seeing the first two in theaters. Man, them soundtracks are bangers too. Just saying.
Oh, all of them.
So good.
Yeah,
they're good. They're definitely summer blockbuster movies to watch for sure. Can't beat them. I saw the Spider-Man movies are going back to theaters or whatever. I saw the original 8 or whatever.
Yep, I'll be seeing The Amazing Spider-Man 2 for sure in theaters. Definitely that one.
That's a pretty good movie. That might be my favorite of all of them. Just saying.
Might be my favorite too. I would never say that it's the best because I don't think it's the best objectively. I think the best is Spider-Man 2. But I think The Amazing Spider-Man 2 might be my favorite.
It's fire. It's fire. We talked about this before. You know, Andrew Garfield, it's our Spider-Man, is what it is.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's up, Dylan? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? Yeah, okay. So we talked about that. We talked about the Crow. Talked about Halloween.
Yep.
I guess I don't know if we're really highly anticipating either one of those subjects. To be honest with you,
I'm anticipating the Crow
more than Halloween.
Oh yeah,
which is surprising for us.
Mm-hmm.
What about Scream 7? How we feel about this?
Here we go.
How we feel about this, buddy?
Look, y'all, keep your fucking politics out of this. I really don't give a shit. I don't talk about politics on social media or on YouTube, and I ain't going to change that now. I can tell you that I said months ago on Twitter, after everything happened with Melissa Barrera, I said they're going to back the Brinks truck up for Neve, because if they don't get Neve, they don't have a movie. So I wasn't surprised. I was not surprised at all. I just didn't see a future for this movie without Neve Campbell if you also weren't going to have the new core 4. What are you going to do? You're going to reboot entirely again? Nobody would care. So I'm not surprised. I'm happy for Neve getting the recognition that she rightfully deserves, being the best final girl in horror history. I also think that, it says a lot about, I don't know, the company at least saw that they fumbled the bag with the 6th one when it came to Neve, and I think they were trying to right a wrong and to save face for sure. But I think it's good for Scream fans. I really do. I think it's good for Scream fans. I don't think anybody loses here. I think that the OG fans get Sidney Prescott back, and me being one of those fans, I know I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to it. I'll be there to see it. My only thing is you got to bring Patrick Dempsey back. That's just got to happen. And after he just did Thanksgiving, I would imagine, and he's going to do Thanksgiving too. So I would imagine that he'll be game. It's Spyglass. So same company. So I'm sure he's like, oh yeah, fuck it. I'll come back. I will say some news came out yesterday though, that it looks like Hayden Panettiere might not be back as Kirby. And, I know there's some people that are like, oh, good. She was so forced into Scream 6 and it just didn't work. I disagree. I liked her in 6 and I'd be bummed if she didn't come back. And for anybody that wants to, draw equivalencies and say, well, this is probably why. The reason apparently is she was reluctant to get back into acting in the first place. She took forever to sign on for Scream 6 because she debated it for a while. Because she's really been trying to focus more on having a personal life, family time and stuff like that's really important to her. So she didn't want to get really much back into acting a ton. So it sounds like it's more or less just her I just don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this. So yeah, bring Sid back, bring Patrick Dempsey back, and last but certainly not least, Stu.
He has to. It has to. I don't know.
Also, I'm really happy for Kevin Williamson.
Good for
Being
him.
the guy that created this whole thing. Wes Craven gets all the credit. He shouldn't. Wasn't his idea. This was Kevin Williamson's idea. Really, really cool that Kevin Williamson gets to direct a Scream movie. Really cool.
I mean, I don't really. They were gonna make a 7th movie, obviously, with Melissa. I don't really know what her story would have been anyway, because her story was kind of over. But there's only really one way to end this with Neve coming back, and like you said, it has to be Stu, and that's what it has to be. And I don't know how many movies they're planning on making. If this is just a one and done type of deal, if she's coming back for 2 more movies, another trilogy, I don't know. But if they're gonna go out with a bang, there's really like Stu is the only way they're gonna go out with a bang. Who else is gonna be the killer? Who could it possibly even be at this point? They're running out of options.
Stu's sister, Leslie, that had been hinted at and theorized by fans.
A sister? I don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it.
I'd be like, I don't even care. I'd be like,
yeah.
No.
I do get the feeling, though, man. I do get the feeling that this might be it for Neve. I do get the feeling that because Spyglass, if I'm not mistaken, they had 3 movies. This would be their 3rd one. With some of the bad PR they've gotten in the last 6 months, I just don't know if I see them re-upping and doing it again. I also just don't know if I see a lot of these players wanting to come back and do more of them. It seemed like Neve was at peace after Scream 5. It really did, in the sense of like,
it was a good ending.
I just mean in this, she didn't need to come back ever again. If that was her end, that was her end. I was just upset because I was like, but if Sid is gone, why even make Scream? And people are like, oh, well, new generations and stuff. Yeah, I agree. But like, I don't know. It's not like Laurie Strode, man. It's not like Laurie Strode. Like, I don't feel like, and the way I put it is, I don't think the two are the same at all. Michael Myers, in his inception in 1978's Halloween, was not after Laurie for any other reason except he just wanted to kill these babysitters. Like it was not personal. It wasn't until later on that we got some contrived reasons as to why he specifically wanted her. Scream has always been about Sidney Prescott, not even Ghostface, Sidney Prescott. She was the target in the first movie because of her family, because of their history. Like, Sidney Prescott is Scream. I just feel like if you're making Scream movies with no attachment to Sidney Prescott, I don't know if I care that much. Scream 6, I loved Scream 6, don't get me wrong, but even when I watch Scream 6 now, I'm like, yeah, I really dig this movie, but like, I don't know if I would have watched 3 more of these, without Sidney. I feel like it would have just run itself out, where I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like she is synonymous with Scream. She's as important as Ghostface, if not more so, in my opinion. So I don't know.
I'm a little different. I'm like different. I didn't even care if Neville's came back at all. I was over it, really. I like Melissa Barrera a lot, and I like Sam, and I like Tara. I was hoping they went more with Sam, but there's really nowhere else to go with. I mean, maybe if she would have kept the mask at the end of the movie, they could have went somewhere, but where are they going? There's nowhere else to go. Who else is going to want to kill them? I mean, they killed Richie's family. There's nobody else left. Unless Stu would want to kill them, which I don't really know why Stu would want to kill them. I mean, they could have fucking shoehorned in anything, but
I think that's in hindsight, I think Scream 6 was a really good ending for Sam. The ending of that movie I know that wasn't the intent at the time, but like looking back on that movie, I'm like, that's a good ending. That really is a good ending for her character, for her and Tara. Finally embracing who she is, but understanding that she's doing it for the right reasons, while also just walking away from the fact that she would ever be like her dad. I just felt like there was a lot about, and in that movie, like you said, Richie's family is dead. All the threads from 5 are taken care of and done. Like, if that's the end for Sam and Tara, although I think a lot of us agree, like, we would have totally been cool with seeing them again, but like, I don't need to. Like, I feel like their story was wrapped up pretty well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Gaz says, hot take, I'm not a fan of any of the Screams. You're not alone. I know there's a lot of people that don't like the Scream movies, and that's totally fine. He says he's more of a Texas Chainsaw and a Friday the 13th guy. I get it. If you like Texas Chainsaw movies, check out my watch-along series. I know, just a plug, but, check it out. They're fun. I'll be back soon with Lee from Drum Dums. He'll be on soon, so check it out. Nick was just on the last one. It was a good time.
The beginning.
Good time. Jordana, looking cute.
This could be a better.
I guess. She got a nicer butt. I know that.
There you
go. But either way, I'm more excited for Scream 7 than the Halloween TV show. And I didn't think
I can't even tell you. I just don't give a shit. Like, about the Halloween TV show. I really don't care. And like, you look around my bedroom and you might go, how can you say that you don't care about a Halloween TV show? Because I don't give a shit. Like, not with what they're telling us, not with how soon it is after it ends, like all that. I just don't care.
Yep. And I was one of those people that said I never wanted to stop. Give me it year after year. And now I'm here saying make it stop for a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't need it right now. Not a TV. No, I wanted Season of the Witch really bad. I thought that was really the way they were going to go.
So did I.
I wanted to see it.
He would have rioted in the streets, but I wanted it.
I wanted it too. It's so fun, and we're not going to get it. So they probably figured there was no money in it. I mean, it would make money from Season of the Witch fans and Halloween fans, but nobody else.
They thought it would just piss people off. Honestly, I think they thought that, like, especially with what they just did with Halloween Ends, like, are we really going to pull the wool over their eyes and go, hey, we're switching it up again?
Now, Davey says anthology series for the win, but it ain't bankable. You're right. It ain't. Blu-ray says, you guys looking forward to the Karate Kid movie coming out in December with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan? Are they combining?
I had no idea it was even a thing.
Are they combining the two things? The original thing and the remake thing? Did not know that. Didn't know that was a thing. So I want to say no.
Yeah.
Not really a Karate Kid guy, but
me neither.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I've only ever seen the Will Smith's kid one, and that's probably like sacrilege, but sorry. Oh, the remake's canon. Oh, like you can do that now. What the fuck are you doing? Stop showing off. I tried to get one.
I was setting up the next thing I wanted to address really quick is the fucking Stall 11 shit that's happening. There's apparently, I made a short about it yesterday.
I saw that.
And then somebody that is actually friends with Kevin Gruder, the director, commented on my video and was like, yeah, they've done this before to Kevin. And I really hope things change. But like, this is nothing new for Twisted Pictures and whatnot. Apparently they're getting big heads. They're getting big heads after after Saw X, and they're going, hey man, what if we just like completely try to drive the narrative here and do something that we want to do? And apparently it's creating issues because the movie's about to start filming. And apparently the producers have different ideas about what they want to do. And they're kind of interfering with Kevin Gruder a little bit. And I, for one, do not like to hear that, because when you make a movie like Saw X and it's as good as it is, and it's the 10th
yeah.
movie in a horror series, why don't you just let that guy cook? Like, just let him cook for the next movie. But it sounds like they're trying to put their thumb on the scale a little bit too much, which is not exciting.
Why? Why they gotta ruin a good thing? You know?
Because in Hollywood, every single one of these producers thinks they know best. They think they know best. And yeah.
I was late to the party on Saw X. I saw it. I didn't see it when I should have, but that was easily my favorite Saw movie. Probably. Yeah, my favorite Saw movie in the entire franchise. My favorite movie of 2023. Why would they fuck that up? That doesn't make any sense. It's got a great not that it means a damn thing, but it got a great score on Rotten Tomatoes. It got a great score on IMDb. Why would they want to fuck that up and ruin the good thing they got going? Makes no sense.
They made $100 million again with the Saw movie, and they were like, yeah, we got money again. Saw's popular again. Let's go back to the Saw 3D era where we're interfering throughout the entire process and we're trying to dictate the terms. And no.
Oh, some man, Saw is where it's fucking at. A lot of questions. Let's see. Facci and the Lost River Drive-In. Saw versus Saw 2. I go Saw original for me.
Yeah, that one's easy for me. It's Saw. I like 2, but and I think 2 was Tobin Bell's best performance until Saw X. And Saw X is his best one. But I don't know, man. There's something about even then, having said that, the original Saw isn't my favorite. Saw 3 is. And then probably Saw X is my second favorite. There's something to be said about, I like when Saw actually has some human drama, some story to it, some character arcs. That shit goes a long way for me. And Saw 3 and Saw X both have that in spades with Jigsaw, John Kramer, and I dig that a lot. I really do.
I'm not sure if we ever talked about this. Did you like Spiral at all? Because for some reason I really dig it, and most people don't like it.
I don't know how to answer that. It's not a bad movie. It's just not a Saw movie, and I'm a mark for Saw movies. Now, having said that, it's not the worst one. The worst one is unequivocally Jigsaw. And I will die on that hill. I thought that Jigsaw was just shit. And it insults the intelligence of the viewer with all the things it asks you to try to believe. It's like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Spiral's okay. It's okay. I just don't go back and watch it because it's on theaters. And then I watched it when it came out on Blu-ray. Watched it after I bought the Steelbook. I watched it one time. And I was like, okay, I guess. But I just don't have an affinity for this. It's not John Kramer's, it's not Tobin Bell's voice. And that's a big thing for me. I mean, it's fucking Kermit the Frog. And I don't know. I saw the twist coming a mile away. I didn't think the ending made much sense at all. Like what? Like what's happening? Like what? It's just, it ends so abruptly, and I know Saw movies do that, but this one like especially ends abruptly with like so much left unresolved. You're just like, what the fuck? Like I don't know. Just a lot about it that I'm like, you know what? I'm good.
I don't know. I dig that one a lot. I don't know why. I like Chris Rock a lot. That's probably why.
I was just about to say it's probably because you like Chris Rock.
I do like Chris Rock. He yells a lot, and that's just, I don't know. Everything he does, he's fucking yelling. Just talking normal, yelling.
Yeah.
I love it. Just like me. And I like the main theme song too. It's a good song. I listen to it all the time, so it's good enough.
Yeah.
That's supposed to come out anyways. Saw 11
this October.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Holy shit! And it didn't even film.
We got a good year. We got a good year coming up. We've got Nosferatu. Salem's Lot is officially going to streaming this year. We don't have a date yet, but we know it will be this year. That. We've got Terrifier 3. We've got Saw 11. This is shaping up to be a pretty good year, in my opinion. Like I said this weeks ago. It's more the back half of this year where it's going to get better. I feel like the front half is, although we'll see after Thursday, because Late Night with the Devil, I actually am really excited about. But the front half of this year has been very forgettable. But the second half picks up quite a bit.
Hey, Frank. Thanks, buddy, for you, Matty Cakes. Well, thank Frankie Poo. Appreciate that, buddy. Honestly, Gauze says, what's your most anticipated horror slasher this year? Nick. I'd ask Nick on that one because I don't even know what the fuck's coming out, to be honest. So ask him.
Saw 11 or Terrifier 3. Though I will say, as somebody that had the honor and privilege of seeing Terrifier 2 opening night in theaters before it exploded the internet and everybody was talking about it, rightfully so, because when I walked out of the theater, I was like, holy shit, I just saw that kind of movie in theaters in 2022. Having said that, I'm probably more excited for Terrifier 3, but I don't think it's going to live up to Terrifier 2. I think Terrifier 2 kind of took the world by storm, and I think now that we've seen them go that far on the big screen, I still think Terrifier 3 will probably rule, but I just don't know if it'll rule as hard as 2. But that's probably my most anticipated.
Fuck, I don't know what I was thinking. There's like a bunch of good fucking shit coming out. What's wrong with me? I want to see the first Omen, as probably terrible as that sounds. I do. I think it looks good.
I'm gonna go see it, but I don't know who was asking for it. You know what I mean? It's another one of those movies where I'm just like, who the fuck asked for this?
Nobody asked for that. I want to see Abigail. I think that looks pretty cool. Melissa Barrera's in it, so of course I want to see it because she's hot. So of course I want to see it. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Duh, of course I want to see it. I like the first one.
That comes out next week.
Sue me. Me and Christian will watch it together because he likes it. We're excited.
Christian literally shared the Pooniverse thing to his Instagram story, and I hadn't seen that he shared that. I sent him the picture. I texted it to him, and I said, I want Off This Planet. And he replied and said, I can't wait. I was like, dude, fuck this. This is
I saw his Instagram story, and I said, dude, I'm right there with you, buddy. And then he posted a story about a steak, and I said, man, that looks like a good steak. So, at least he can make a steak.
Yeah, he thinks he can.
Doesn't need sauce if it's a good steak. That's what I learned from Christian. The Strangers comes out. I don't know how good that's going to be.
I don't know how to feel about that. I like Rennie Harlan a lot, but we'll see. We'll see.
I don't know. The trailer just looked like I don't know. Looked like another Strangers movie, I guess. What else we got coming up?
They're batting 1,000 for me. They're 2 for 2. So,
did you see the trailer for that Sting movie coming out about the big fucking spider?
Yeah, it looks kind of cheap.
Yeah, it does. I don't like spiders, but
no, I'm arachnophobic, so you won't find me watching that movie.
Maxine, duh.
Oh yeah, Maxine's my most anticipated.
Yeah,
Maxine is my most anticipated of any movie this year.
I knew you were going to change that.
I guess it's just fallen off the radar for me because we haven't gotten a fucking trailer yet. I'm like, dude, we're
July 5th, right?
Months away. 3.5 months away.
Well, that's not a horror movie, but doesn't Venom 3 come out this year too?
Yeah, I'm actually excited. It's actually called, and I'm pretty pissed off, it's called Venom: The Last Dance. I just I don't know why you're ending it. I don't know why this is the last Venom movie. I just
Spider-Man's
don't
in it, right?
get it. I don't know.
It's supposed to be.
There was talk that it was supposed to be Garfield's Spider-Man, and Garfield said no.
Oh.
And the reason apparently he said no is he doesn't believe that Sony has like a clear vision for what they're trying to do with their Sony Spider-Man universe, and which is true. I mean, that Madam Web movie flopped, and everybody said it was fucking terrible. Though I am cautiously optimistic for Kraven the Hunter. I actually think that looks decent. Ironically, that guy, Aaron Taylor Johnson, is apparently the next James Bond. So
kick ass, baby.
And then I posted that to Twitter, and some people are like, "Oh, well, it hasn't been confirmed yet." Well, Deadline reached out to Eon Productions and asked them about it, and they wouldn't deny it. So, like, yeah, they offered him the role. We'll see if he accepts it. But again, I just feel weird about it. I'm not over Daniel Craig. I'm not over that. You know, that was my Bond. I'm not ready to move on.
Guess what? I've never watched a James Bond movie. So,
dude, you're missing out just for the sheer fact that I believe in my heart of hearts that Skyfall and Casino Royale are two of the greatest action movies I've ever seen in my life. And those are both Daniel Craig Bond movies. I think that those two movies are probably top 10 action movies ever for me. And I don't know how to decide Skyfall or Casino Royale. Like one day I'm like, this one's better. Then the next day I'm like, no, that one's better. And I literally can't decide.
Whoa. They'll be talking smack Davey Death around Aaron Taylor Johnson. I like that dude. I don't know. But I never watched a James Bond movie until he got the role. If he is James Bond, then I'll watch it. Because I like him. I don't know why I like him, but I do.
Yeah, I didn't like him in Godzilla either. I didn't like him at all. I liked him in
Godzilla. I liked him in everything. So I'll watch it. Just for him. Maybe I have a crush. Maybe I don't. Who knows? He was Quicksilver. Okay. Yeah, good for him. I don't really know if he fits what James Bond is or looks like, but who cares?
Is he even British?
He does have an accent, I think. Maybe not.
Okay. I just don't know because he has an American accent and everything I've seen him in.
I thought he does have an accent. Let's see right now.
Confirm to me if he's British, because that was one of the rules that Barbara Broccoli had, is that it has to be a British male.
Yep, he's an English actor.
Cool. All right. Well, then we're good.
And he's younger than me. Oh, isn't that great?
But I don't give a shit what anybody says. Daniel Craig is a far better actor than Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Oh,
Daniel Craig is an incredible actor. Yeah, man, I'm just not ready. I'm not ready. I was not ready to say goodbye to Craig. I mean, I won't even lie, dude. I teared up in the theater at No Time to Die. I was not ready for that to come to an end. And then came out on Blu-ray, and I bought it and I watched it again.
Cried again.
And I had a few brewskis that night when I was watching it.
Cried hardcore.
So I was a little on my feelings, and definitely got emotional again. Yep. Now I think I'm gonna watch that movie tonight because I've been talking about it.
Is it? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I might have shed some tears when I watched Transformers. I know they're robots, but still.
Nah, dude, Transformers 2.
It's a little
when
sad.
Optimus dies in the forest.
Okay,
I
man.
was 15, and I was in theaters with my 3 best friends. The 4 of us, we went and saw every Transformers movie together. It was like a tradition. And I remember watching that scene in Revenge of the Fallen, and Optimus gets killed, and I looked at my friend and I was just like, what the fuck? No. And then when they bring him back with the Matrix at the end, I was like, let's go. And of course, Optimus gets the best fucking lines and the most badass moments. Like, he gets brought back alive. He beats the shit out of Megatron and the Fallen. And then he says, give me your face, and rips his fucking face off. And I'm like, yes. And like, Peter Cullen is such a great voice actor, and he's perfect for Optimus Prime, but his delivery of those lines is incredible. Like, even in the newest Transformer, when he finally kills Scourge and he's like, I've had enough. It's time to show you the real power of the Prime, and rips his fucking head off. I was in theaters. I was like, yes, like I am jacked. I want to run through a fucking wall. Like it's just awesome.
Then he goes to the speech at the end of the movie, and then Linkin Park starts coming on.
But that's creating great memes. I love the memes now where it's like, you got Linkin Park cat. Have you seen that one where it's the cat at the Ring doorbell, and it's like it's what I've done. It's like right when the cat goes, it breaks into what I've done. It's fucking awesome. But there's like so many great memes about it and shit. But yeah, dude, Linkin Park and Transformers are inseparable. I loved both so much that after Revenge of the Fallen came out, my buddies and I were in a band, and we actually covered New Divide, the song they did for Revenge of the Fallen, because like I was like, I have to play this song. Like I just want to do this, and it was really hard to cover because there's a lot of electronic shit in it. Luckily, my buddy Phil is a wizard with that kind of stuff, with electronics. But I was like, we have to do it. And we also covered 21 Guns by Green Day because it's in Revenge of the Fallen. I was like, Transformers is and always will be just a passion for me. You make a Transformers movie, I'm there. I remember when they announced Rise of the Beasts, and it was kind of like a reboot. And it was the Beast Wars stuff, and I was like, yeah, no thanks, don't care. And then I started to get a little hyped because I was like, I mean, yeah, but Peter Cullen's back as Optimus Prime and shit, so like, I'll go see it. And then I saw the trailer, and I was like, I'm fucking in, dude. I'm in. Yeah. And I saw it twice in theaters, so like, yeah, it's just the one I watched the least, believe it or not, is Bumblebee and the first Transformers, and that is because Bumblebee, in my opinion, is, although it's probably the best story of all of them,
true,
it has the least amount of action, and I like the Bayhem, people, the Michael Bay Bayhem, I like the Bayhem, I like the explosions, and all the robot fights, like I just dig that shit, and yeah, that movie just doesn't have a lot of it. It's a great movie, like it's a great movie, story wise, acting, it is truly like when people. It's the best reviewed Transformers movie, and for good reason. It's a good movie. But I like the insanity. Like I'm sitting there watching, Transformers last night, the fifth one that like everybody hates, and I'm having a great time. I love when Anthony Hopkins is like, "But you want to know, don't you, dude? Why they keep coming to Earth?" Like so many dumb lines and shit, and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude! I love this. Like, let's blow shit up. Let's look at hot chicks and fucking sick cars. Like that's what I'm about."
I honestly don't know if I've ever seen that one. I think that's the one of them I haven't seen.
It is objectively the worst made, in the sense that like it is all over the place. The pacing is really weird, and they did this weird thing. Like you'll notice it if you watch that movie. Mm-hmm. Certain shots were filmed for IMAX, and certain shots weren't. So you'll see like one frame, it fills up the whole screen. The next frame, it's like widescreen. And there's like black around the edges. And then it goes back to full frame. And it's throughout the movie. And it is jarring where I'm like, why would you even do that? Like, why would you do that? But once you get to the second half of the movie where it's just like all action, and I'm just like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm so in.
Blu-ray says favorite Michael Bay movie. Mine is The Rock and Bad Boys 2.
Transformers Age of Extinction. It's my favorite Transformers movie, and yeah, I'd probably say Age of Extinction. I just think that movie actually has a good story for a Transformers movie on like a human level. I dig the shit out of that movie a lot.
Probably Revenge of the Fallen for me.
That's crazy.
That one. I know a lot of people don't like it.
Everybody hates Revenge of the. I like Revenge of the Fallen. I do.
People don't like that one. I don't know why. I dig the shit out of that one.
A lot of reasons. People hate the twins. Ding-a-ling, come and get your ice cream. Any bad robots out there better get ready for an ass whooping. Like they hate the twins. But the twins have so many great lines. It's like, Oh man, like I gotta admit, I was scared back there. He's like, that's because you were pussy. Like the twins are funny as shit. I don't give a fuck.
Super chat. I'm not sure. Is that New Zealand? Is that what that is?
Yes.
New Zealand's $3. You're watching from New Zealand, bro? That's freaking awesome. Here's the more Texas Chainsaw Massacre parties. Well, what do I got? I only got 2. Oh, I got 3. No, I got 3 left. I got
worldwide.
What?
You said New Zealand. I said worldwide.
World motherfucking wide. I got Texas Chainsaw 3D. I got Leatherface from 2017, and I got Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2022 left, and that is it. And then I got to do the ranking stream. Whoever wants to come on can come on and hang out. If not, I'll do it by myself. I don't really care. But just like I did for Friday the 13th. So it's good. It's been a good series. Views have been good, just like the Friday the 13th. Then I got to decide what's going to be next. But before we get out of here, we won't do that many movies that we're lucky to have exist, but we're going to do a few because we talked about a little bit. So give me one movie that you are so lucky to exist, my friend. Doesn't have to be horror. It can be about anything.
The Exorcist. The Exorcist. It's the movie that got me into horror movies. I wouldn't be a horror fan, wouldn't have a YouTube channel, none of that without having seen that movie and loving that movie and being terrified of that movie as a little kid. Yeah, The Exorcist.
Okay. And God says I peeped you both from your Cody Leach stream. Well, thank you. Cody Leach is a very, very generous YouTuber, obviously, being one of the big boys in the horror genre on here. Very generous of his time on here. So
Cody's a great dude. A lot of people think he's not because he has that shtick that he's like an asshole.
He's not.
He plays that up. He's actually not an asshole. Cody's a good dude.
Honestly, he messages back pretty fast compared to other YouTubers that I've messaged in the past. Yeah. So he's definitely one of the good ones for sure. I'm gonna go with Friday the 13th Part 3. I know, cheap, corny. Are you serious? Kind of movie. I'm dead serious.
My favorite.
I'm dead serious. It's probably one of the first horror movies I've ever watched. I used to watch it a lot with my brother growing up. He's one of the main reasons I got into horror in the first place. It's my version of Jason. So, that's probably one of the main reasons I love Friday the 13th. So, and it's not the best. Well, it's the best to me and probably the best to you. But, yeah, it's not overall considered the best. A lot of people have it as the worst. I think they're terribly wrong. But, yeah, Friday the 13th Part 3. It's my go-to. I watch it definitely top 3 the most out of the franchise. So,
how can you say it's the worst when Jason Goes to Hell exists? I rest my case.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I've come around on Jason Goes to Hell.
Jason Goes to Hell.
I've come around to it. I can't believe I'm even saying that.
No thanks.
I have. It's just so funny. It's so stupid. He's fucking throwing that guy in the jungle gym at the end. He's hitting him with like a stick. It's so funny.
Oh, I know. Not for me.
He could kill him in 5 seconds and he's fucking beating him up with a broom. What are you doing? All right, fuck it. Give me another movie. This is like rapid fire.
Oh my goodness. You're killing me here.
Davey says Evil Dead.
I'll get more specific with that. Evil Dead 2013. I am thankful for Casino Royale. I am thankful for Transformers. I am thankful for Power Rangers 2017. I am thankful for Halloween, obviously. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. The best Nightmare film, mind you. Yeah.
I agree. See, we disagree a lot, but we also agree a lot, too. I'm just saying.
Spice of life, brother.
Freddy's Revenge is the best one.
It is. That is straight up Demon Freddy.
It's good. I mean, Most people put the original. I get it. It's the original.
Actually, most people I would say put Dream Warriors, but it's
I
either
didn't
the
think
original or Dream Warriors for people. And like for me, I love both of those movies, but smack dab in the middle of there, I think is a movie that's better, and that's part 2.
I like part 4 too. I don't know why.
I have actually gotten to a point where I might take Dream Master over Dream Warriors. Like
I do.
honestly like right there. I think it might be. I don't know if I'd say better objectively, but I enjoy it more.
And my movies I'm lucky to exist. I'm gonna go with Halloween, obviously. Varsity Blues. Watched it so much growing up. I always dreamt of being one of those football players. It never fucking happened because I wasn't that good at football, so I never got to do that, unfortunately. But I still watch it today. I absolutely love that movie. Lucky. Tremors, the fucking original. I watched that a ton as a kid. Rented it. My parents rented that movie a lot for me. It was always on like USA and TNT back in the day. I mean, couldn't get enough of that movie. It's cheesy, I get it. B movie, monster movie, but I love it, and I would never want it to go away. Trying to think. Trying to think about any Adam Sandler movie from like the early to mid 90s. Okay,
Billy Madison,
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, Waterboy. Any of those movies, please never go away because that was like early childhood right there. I mean, those movies were bangers after banger after banger. He was killing it. Adam Sandler's. I know a lot of people don't really like him, but I've never had a problem with Adam Sandler movies. I've pretty much loved them all. All the ones I've seen, besides Jack and Jill. I didn't like that one. I think that's what it's called.
I didn't
really like that one, but all the other ones I've dug. So Adam Sandler, you're the man. So Varsity Blues, nice. Fucking love Varsity Blues. Tremors 2 is good too. That is good. I like Tremors 2. Then it just goes downhill. You got Jamie Kennedy. No offense to him. I like Jamie Kennedy, but
Jamie Kennedy.
He got a YouTube channel. He was live last night. I thought he'd have more people watching. I just assumed being a celebrity, he'd have like hundreds of people watching, but he doesn't. It's kind of weird.
What are you gonna do?
Isn't it? I really thought that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
it was like 20.
I think it's more topic based than anything on YouTube. If you have a topic that people are really interested in, they want to talk about, they'll be there.
If not,
you go live and you're talking about Halloween, people will show up. If Jamie Kennedy went live and he was talking about Scream, people would show up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Wait, Al Pacino was in Jack and Jill? He was? I don't remember. I've only seen it once. Didn't like it.
Never saw it.
You don't need to see it. I mean,
I know. No, I don't need to see it. I thought it looked stupid.
It was stupid. Good idea. Dunkachino. Oh, yeah, I remember that, Sebastian. You're right. Dunkachino. Yeah, I don't want to watch that again. You're right. So I don't need to watch Night Swim then, is what you're saying. So I don't need to watch that.
Watch it one time. I don't know. Maybe you'll love it. I just thought it was so supremely mid.
My wife wants to watch it, so I'll be nice. Her birthday's coming up, so I'll watch it, I guess.
There you go.
I tried to watch it on one of those burner sites, but it was fucking people standing up and walking in front of the screen, so I couldn't fucking do it. So yeah, I had to shut it off. Fuck it. Yeah. You got Unita going live this Thursday, right, buddy?
Yeah. Once a month we try to do like a debrief, which I've actually been thinking about that. That's going to be difficult to make happen because I have to go see Late Night with the Devil, and I have to get back in time to be able to do the stream, and then I also want to record a review for Late Night with the Devil. So Thursday will be a little bit of an adventure for me.
You're always grinding. Buddy. That's why your channel's so good.
Gotta keep on keeping on.
Your channel's doing good, buddy. It's freaking always climbing. Your videos are doing good. You're the man. What do I got? I got tomorrow night. I got the 4 Radsmen. We're gonna be talking about. They just did their Rad 9 challenge. Their 9 crushes. We're gonna be talking about our crushes that were not in movies, just our childhood crushes, like on television and whatnot. Tomorrow night, and then next week, Justin will be on. Watch Until You Drop. We're gonna watch The Greasy Strangler, which I've never heard of. He's fucking. It's Justin. He picks weird shit, and that's what he picked. So
Justin's good people.
Justin is awesome, but he picks weird shit, and that's what he picked. So I'm sure he'll be on some mushrooms or something.
Hell yeah, he better be.
It wouldn't shock me. And then the week after that, Texas Chainsaw on Friday, April 5th. Lee from McCoy from Drum Dums will be on. And possibly James Graham will be on as well. We'll be watching Texas Chainsaw 3D, which I love very much. So I'll be looking forward to that.
Do your thing, cuz.
Do your thing, cuz. And I'm going to be doing my thing with Alexander Daddario. What? I didn't say it. Double D's. The shirt stays on the whole movie. It's ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Take it off. Good tape. Good double-sided tape. The whole movie.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It's ridiculous. There should have been another cut.
Bullshit. You can see plenty of Daddario online.
Oh, yeah. That one show. That True, what is it called? True Detective?
True Blood. True Detective, whatever the fuck it is, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
She's done other things. She did a sex scene with Woody Harrelson.
What? Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, I can't remember what the movie was, but yeah, she did a sex scene with Woody Harrelson.
I mean, Woody Harrelson's funny. He got that going for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. All right, guys. We're going to get out of here. I'll let Nick go watch Casino Royale. Or
I don't know yet. I was thinking I might watch the first Transformers. I will decide momentarily.
Go watch the first Transformers. Go watch it.
No,
we'll see. We'll see. My wife's probably still awake. I'll go lay with her for a little bit and then finish Leprechaun 2 because I never got to fucking finish it. Because
hell yeah.
Those movies are so bad, but they're funny. So
that's right. Well, thanks for having me, man. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And Nick, I'll be back. I'll be back with Matt next month.
Yep, we'll be back. Have a good night, everybody.
See y'all.
See you tomorrow night. Peace.